Hello everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to July's edition of Color Combo Challenge. For those of you who are new, this is a challenge that Gareth Frewer, who has created Home with G, and I started last year. This year we have expanded it to include some wonderful creative people. Miss Angie, who is part of Rags, Tags, and Confections, and Miss Crystal Cleveland. So I'm really excited to work with these wonderful, talented ladies. So when you get through with this video, head on over there to their videos and you will find the links below in the description box. So I will have to say this video was being filmed before and it was 3/4 done and my phone rang. Unfortunately, I have to record from my phone right now, and when my phone rang, the video cut off. So I am redoing this, but I will show you up to the point where we got, and then we'll just continue. This month's colors was aqua, pink, and yellow. So I had to do some research on aqua, and I found the most beautiful paper, and it's called Aqua Feathers. I could not believe it. This is the beautiful aqua color paper. So this was my jumping off point. But then I just didn't want to do, slap pink paper on there and yellow paper or whatever. So I decided, I found this stamp set. It's one that I got from May May, and it's called Feathers. And you can still find this at maymaymade.com if you would like to try to recreate this card. Or you may already have it. So instead of using paper, I decided to use some pigment ink and some embossing powders. So I used this Brilliance Pink. It's Pearlescent Orchid is what it's called. It's really a beautiful pink color. And with that one, I used my, it's called Glitz Blanc Rose. Anyway, it's sparkle embossing powder, because y'all know I'm all about the sparkle. And then I used my Versamark ink, which is just plain ink. And then with that one, I used this yellow, which is, it's called Canary Yellow. So bird yellow. So how appropriate for a feather. And then I used, couldn't believe I found some aqua ink in this color box. I bought this years ago in a D-stash, and it's still very good. I use this ink right here, which is called aqua, and then I use the yellow. So here is my card, my demo card, and all I did was I stamped 3 feathers, and then I fussy cut them out. Well, I stamped them with embossing ink. This is the pink that has the sparkle embossing powder on it, and then of course the yellow embossing powder. So I stamped and embossed them, and here's the feathers. And then I just fussy cut them out. Okay? And then I cut my little mat. This is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card, which means it's A2 size card. I am doing it lengthways like this. Then I used, on the inside of the card, I used He Will Cover You with His Feathers, and I used the blue and the aqua color ink to stamp the inside. And I'm sorry that when I'm not doing this with you, I honestly did do it with you when it was filming the first time. So, then the size mat that I used was 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So basically, all I have left to do with you is to put the card together, and I do apologize for that. But this is a really simple card, and I have 2 wonderful people this card is going to. So first of all, before we do that, let me move this out of the way. We are going to stamp our little sentiment on the front. And it says, let go and let God. And I thought that was really appropriate. Let go and let God. We're going to stamp it down here in the corner. And I'm going to be using the pink pigment ink. This really is the only pink ink I have that I really like. It stamps beautifully, and it's easy to clean off. I have some cheaper forms that I got, pigment ink that I got from Tuesday Morning years ago. I do not like it at all. But I'm just going to wipe a little bit right there off. So we're just going to go down here. We're going to turn it upside right so the feathers are right. Go down here to the bottom, and we're just going to stamp this right here. Just holding it there to let the ink transfer a little bit. Okay. Then it's very important, I'll give you this tip, when you use embossing ink or pigment ink like this, go ahead and wipe it off, clean it off before you move on, because it is really hard to get off when it's dry. Now I'm just going to bring this little sheet of paper over here. I'm going to take my sparkle embossing powder, and we're just going to spread a little bit on here. The one thing about pigment ink that I really love as far as embossing ink is that it stays wet for a while, and it gives you time to get your embossing powder on there. Okay, tip number 2, because I have a lot of subscribers who are new to card making. When using your embossing powder, when you pour it on your project, you're going to cover your whole project. So you want to make sure that you use enough powder. But do not throw it away. Do what I just did. I have a piece of paper or something underneath me to catch the loose powder. Pour it back in the container. It can be reused. Alright, so then I'm going to heat emboss this. Another question that I got was, how do I know when it's heat embossed? Because you'll see the powder and it will begin to melt. So forgive the noise. I always heat mine up a second or two before I go on there. And then I just let it lay down. And you'll see the powder start to melt. Now it will curl the paper slightly. So what I do is I go from the back and redo it. Okay? And that's done. And I don't know if you can see the shine on it or not, but you know I love my sparkle. Let's see if I can hit it right. Yeah, but it's on there, trust me. Okay, then we're going to take our feathers, which are very sparkly, and we're going to put them on our card. So I just lay them out like this, and I turn this one down like this, and put this one up. Okay? And I'm going to put them on some foam dots. These are some foam dots that I had left over from my paper pumpkin kit. Then I ordered through Miss Deb, who is Deb's Crafty Cottage here on YouTube. Okay. So I'm just going to put that on the back. So for all my projects, probably for quite a while, I'm using only the stash that I have in my house. Can't go out and buy anything, so that's a wonderful way to create art too. Use your stash, use up things, then you see what you need truly. Okay, so I'm just going to put this down so I can see where I'm at. And do my spacing. Okay. And this aqua paper came from a paper pad that I had from Michael's a long time ago. I know it's a few years old. I think it's something like, it's called Summer Splash or something like that. I know they don't sell it anymore. Okay. we go. And then we're just going to take that and put it on our card base. And I wanted to show you, when I fussy cut the feathers out, I left white in there, but I just wanted to cut them apart. I went down the tiny lines, I went down and cut through. Some of them I actually cut out, but you don't have to cut all of them out. So I'm just putting some glue. And let's just eyeball this here, shall we? Okay. And that is the card. And like I said, I do apologize. On the inside, all I did was stamp that he will cover you with his feathers with the Brilliance Pink Pigment ink. And then I used the aqua blue to do two feathers together down here at the bottom. And then I just did one in the yellow at the top. So that is our card. That is the one that I was supposed to be doing with you from scratch, but I'm sorry I didn't get to. Here is my prototype. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and make sure you go to the description box down there and go check out Angie's and Crystal's cards as well. Gareth hopefully will be joining us in the near future. He is recouping, and we wish him nothing but the best. We love him, and so Gareth, please know you're in our hearts. And yeah. Now, if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so by hitting that subscribe button down there. And don't forget, when the bell pops up, to go ahead and tap the bell that has the hug around it so that you can be notified, or should be notified by YouTube, each time I upload a new video. And make sure that you give this a thumbs up, because it does help YouTube notice me a little bit more. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next month with our Color Combo Challenge. Bye!